So I wanted to talk about wigs.
Wigs.
Yes, the hair.
You said ways.
No,
like,
wigs, hair. Like.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah. It's human hair.
Yeah, I was like, like.
But I mean, it is incredible.
not ours.
When I saw the movie, I was blown away that when the wind catches or the light catches any of your wigs, you can't even believe they're wigs. It's
No, it looks
The
really
way
good.
the wigs have been designed is that they leave a space at the top, so it kind of sits around the top of your head like that, so you can bring out your natural hair. So it
to frame the face.
But I had a full wig and you wouldn't have known. And it's a brilliant wig maker called Peter Owen who works with our hair designer an awful lot, and he makes the best wigs. Peter Owen.
Sure.
If you're looking for a wig.
Did you have any input in like the wigs and costumes for your
We
characters?
did. Which is incredible on a period film and with such a precise filmmaker
Yeah,
who knew what she
usually
wanted.
they just tell you that you're wearing this.
Yeah, but I felt like it was such a collaboration.
Yeah, we were very much a part of like every decision, which was quite nice. And also I think the designers and Greta were trying to do something quite different. Like they based our looks off of photography from the time and not necessarily somebody's portrait where they're all put together. So we had a very kind of loose, relaxed look, which I think just in itself was more kind of like relatable for us. Like it didn't feel like we were doing a film in the 1800s.
When I get into passion, I get so savage. I could hurt anyone, and I'd enjoy it.
And Shorsha, what was it like? Joe is seen as such a kind of a icon to queer people and people who might be different. So how did you feel going into that, playing that character?
Like completely honoured, and it was because we're doing it in 2019 and because we were sort of incorporating Louise's life where, we looked at letters and diary entries where she did sort of talk about being able to love freely and not necessarily being attracted to the same things that other girls were, and there was not necessarily a word for that for her. And I think having the opportunity to explore that in this adaptation was just an added layer to her, so yeah.
And a gorgeous dynamic for us as mother and daughter. We read their letters back and forth, Louisa and her mother, and there was real conversation in their words about her honoring her daughter for loving everyone.
Yeah.
And to be open to live her life as she chose. And it felt steeped in that for us in a really cool, beautiful
What
way.
I find interesting as well is that Louisa, from what we had read, she didn't try and put a lid on it. I suppose in true writer fashion, she acknowledged it. She was very aware of herself and how she felt, and so she shared that with her mother in a way that maybe another girl who was experiencing the same thing or another guy maybe felt like they couldn't, So
That's amazing.
And reading the letters, was that during like a bonding preparation before the film when you were reading those, or?
You read them a lot and shared them with me, didn't you?
Yeah, and then with Greta as well. And even in rehearsal, we read some of it out loud and then would go back to the book and realize she was saying it in the book.
Yeah.
But perhaps we'd missed a lot that was said before. I mean, particularly Greta's longing to investigate the question of women and money, artists and money, is such a deep theme in the book that I'd never really understood till the film. It's amazing.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I loved the movie. I loved it so
you.
much. And Laura, I have to say, I'm such a Lightning super fan.
Oh, thank you. I love that you
I
like
made me
to
feel
read so
closer.
much.
The serious tone was brilliant.